What's up traders, Sasha here, Second Skies Trading. Welcome back to another video in our top trade review series where we once a week review a trade from one of our students which they've shared with all members inside our members area. This week we are going to look at a really nice breakout trade here taken by Lewis, as you can see here on the screen. And he had a really interesting entry here on this breakout setup, which we will look at in a second. So in this video, we will look at the price action context leading up to the trade and why Lewis took this trade. We will look at his entry, his stop loss, his take profit, and we will also have a look at potential improvements that we think that Lewis could have made here to his trade. So we'll show you how we teach our members to make money trading and how we can help you to improve your trading performance. But before we do, please hit the like button and tell YouTube that you appreciate our videos, which helps to support our channel and allows us to keep doing free videos like this for you. Also, if you like our content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and you'll get notified immediately when we release free trading content. So first out, big congratulations here to Lewis, who made a top trade for the week here with a really nice with-trend breakout setup on the AUDCAD, where he traded the pullback after a breakout in line with the overall trend. And as you can see here on the screen, his entry was at 0.94426 and his stop loss was at 0.93967. So roughly a 46 pip stop loss. And his take profit was at 0.96302, so 187 pips profit, which translates into a 4.1 R return. And that means he made 4 times the risk on his trade. So every $1,000 risked on this trade generated $4,100 of profit. And his overall holding time here was 12 days, so roughly 2 weeks. Having a quick look here at a screenshot from his broker platform, you can clearly see his entry here at 94,426. The little red line here is his stop loss at 93,967 and his exit up here at the spike at the high at 96,302. And down here you have the corresponding order window confirming these trade details here. So now let's have a look at the price action and this trade on TradingView, our favorite charting platform that we use on a daily basis to do all of our analysis and to find our best trade setup. So let's have a look at that. So here we are on TradingView, and let's start by quickly looking at the weekly time frame and the higher time frame analysis here. So going back here, zooming out a little, we can see that we had this very strong sell-off here in January, February, March, which took price all the way down to the lows here back from 06 and 07, where price then rejected heavily from, and we had this kind of V-shaped reversal taking place here towards the end of March throughout April. Following this V-shaped reversal here, buyers refused to take their foot off the gas. They cleared this key resistance here at 91.30, and you can clearly see this here on the daily chart, where from the 10th of April, price just kept rising steadily here, indicating very strong momentum, just staying above the 20 EMA here. And on the 3rd of June here, price started consolidating here in this smaller corrective structure that initially started out as a horizontal corrective structure. But if you look closely here towards the 23rd, 24th of June, you can see that the lows of price here started getting higher and higher, indicating that bullish order flow was increasing and bulls were pushing against this area here of resistance. So we can quickly mark this here. And looking at the lower time frame, you can see here on the 4-hour chart that this is the area where price was rejecting from multiple times since the 3rd of June here. And towards the end here, price kept on pushing higher and higher and deeper into this area of resistance. And then here on the 6th of July, we had the first strong break to the upside and a close above all the highs and all the wicks here to the left of this pre-breakout structure here. So this structure was something that we also discussed and shared in our market commentary with our members here. And if you would like to learn how to identify and trade these pre-breakout setups, make sure to check out this video by clicking on the link here in the top right corner. Now, looking here what happened after the breakout, you can see the price first went into this smaller corrective structure, but then pulled back sharply into this area of previous resistance, now acting as support, strongly rejecting price and pushing it back up here all the way to 94.36. 96. And this is where Lewis said, I want to enter this trade. So he entered at the bar following and he put his stop loss below the entire rejection here of this previous resistance, now acting as support. And the reason I said why I thought Lewis made a clever entry here is because if we look at this rejection here on the lower time frame, it looks like a false break, a with trend false break. Oftentimes when you see this very sharp reversals, this is an indication that it is a false break of an area of support or resistance. And if I remove this rectangle here, I can just show you that this area here is a clear resistance, 2 touches here, 1, 2. Then it acted here as support, it acted as support again, and then price came back here, retested support, broke through, but immediately snapped back above here. So this is, in my opinion, a clear with trend lower time frame false break. So lower time frame with trend false break here. And this is also what you can see here where price pulled back to after the false break, which is very common for these false break setup. In my opinion, a really clever idea here. If this is what Lewis saw here, I think it's a very clever idea. Or maybe he just simply saw this rejection here on the 4-hour chart and said, hey, there's clearly a lot of buyers here at this area after this breakout, so I want to get in here, which I think is a solid entry overall. Now, in terms of Lewis take profit here at 96,302, we can go back to the weekly chart where you quickly will realize that 96,302 is roughly here, which is a long-term support area and also resistance. As you can see, the rejection here, and price also came very shy here and close of it, but you can see it acted as support multiple times over here back in 2016 and also 2017, 2018, then acted as resistance on December 2018 and again in April 2019 here. So as a take profit area, I think that's a fantastic area to take profit on this particular trade here. So really well done by Lewis here. In terms of improvements on this trade, I think from a take profit perspective, I think he nailed it, because you can see this is exactly where price stalled. It went up here like 10 pips more, but then sharply reversed here. So I think he really nailed the take profit on this trade here. Now, in terms of entry and stop loss here, I have 2 suggestions here for Lewis, which is number 1 is that if Lewis saw this area of false break on the lower time frame, so if he was using this false break, this with trend false break setup here as his entry criteria, I would suggest instead going for a deeper pullback towards the area of the false break, which means he would get in at the earliest at the top here of this zone, which would be here, and then he could still have his stop loss below this rejection here. And just by this minor adjustment would increase his overall R ratio on this trade from 4.1 to 5.7, which is a 1.6 R improvement on the trade. Over a series of 100 trades, that is a whooping 160 R difference, which is an incredible improvement if you can do this long term on multiple trades and kind of nail your entries a little bit better and kind of improve on them. Number 2 is if his stop loss, if he wanted to have the most conservative stop loss, I agree this is the best stop loss location to have because it is below the entire rejection that happened at this previous resistance, now being treated as support. So if you want to have the most conservative stop loss, you will put it in a location that if price goes there, your trade idea is invalidated, and that would be, in my opinion, below this strong reaction here on the 4-hour chart from this area. If you would like to go for a little bit more aggressive stop loss, on the other hand, he could kind of mark this zone a little bit wider here and say, hey, this is where all the wicks are, and the area that was treated as resistance before price broke up above here and produced this kind of with trend false break at this area of short-term support and resistance. And then he could still go for a deeper entry here towards the false break area, but he could also tighten his stop a little bit. So go below the zone here, this short-term support zone, and tighten your stop a little, but still have a solid buffer below. And by just doing that, he would have increased his return on his trade from 4.1 to 8, which is an incredible improvement, which almost have doubled his return on the same trade idea here, trading the same structure, but using the lower time frame here as kind of an optimizer to find a better entry location and a tighter stop loss location. So in terms of improvements, these are the 2 things I could give here as an advice to kind of practice and the skill set to build further up on. So kind of using the lower time frame to kind of refine the stop loss and the entry location a little bit more. But in terms of take profit, I think Lewis nailed it here. And overall, this is a fantastic trade. I mean, 4R on a trade that is above average, and overall really well done here by Lewis. So congratulations to Lewis here on a fantastic pre-breakout trade here on the AUDCAD. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please support our work by hitting the like button below and subscribe to our channel so we can keep on posting free trading lessons and content like this for you every week. If you'd like to learn more about how we trade and how we teach our students to make money trading, make sure to check out our website at secondskiesforex.com, where you can download a free ebook on price action in which we share one of our core pillars of price action trading that we use every day to spot high probability trade setups, along with many free articles and trading tools which can help to build up your knowledge base and strengthen your trading skills, which is our goal at Second Skies Trading, to help you become a profitable trader. With that being said, I hope you liked the video and were able to extract valuable information out of it. And Chris and I look forward to your comments and feedback, and I'll see you in the next week for another top trade review.